It's a good day. It is definitely a good day. What's happening is Nazzy from 105.5 JYY, and it's a good day to give until you feel good. I am a very proud supporter of CHaD, the Children's Hospital at Dartmouth, not just because of the wonderful work that they do to help kids, but because of what they've done with my family and how they've helped my family more than once. And they have something really, really special coming up this weekend that you can be a part of. Check this out.
Are you ready to finally take that vacation? Are you in need of a unique gift for that someone special? Well, get ready for CHaD's Bids for Kids online auction. From April 17th to the 22nd, you can bid on unique trips to the castles of Ireland or the beaches of Key West and Italy's Amalfi Coast, or go for the spa and golf packages, the wine and spirits tour, and dozens of themed gift baskets with New Hampshire-made and deluxe items. All proceeds will benefit kids and programs at CHaD. Check out the items now and make your bid starting April 17th. For more information, visit facebook.com/ChadKids.
My issue would be picking which one of those packages I want to bid on because they're all amazing. Joining me right now from CHaD, it is Mr. Tom Gauthier. Tom, good afternoon to you, my friend.
Hey, Nazzy, good afternoon. And you are right. It's a tough list to choose from. And it's funny because every one of these packages we have has 10 or 12 items in it. So if you think about, 15 or 20 packages, if you broke them all out in individual items, you'd have analysis of the paralysis or whatever they call it. You'd never be able to make a decision.
That's true. That's true. And I'm one of those people I'm the guy in the grocery store. Do I want with cheese or without cheese? And I'm there for 20 minutes. To figure it out. There's so many things. This is amazing. This event happening this weekend. It's all online, isn't it? It's super easy to be part of this.
Yeah, welcome to 2021, right? Or welcome to 2020 going in the future. When you get to the 2020s, everything moves online. So yeah, it's the first time we've done anything like this. And you look at it now and you say, why weren't we doing this before? It's not an easy thing to do, but it's such a logical thing to do with the way that our world is. You can do it right in your phone there, and we get about a dozen to 15 packages. We get some exclusive trips that we're going to be having this weekend, all starting on Saturday night, 6 o'clock. The bidding goes live. And the website is a mouthful. You can see it there across the bottom of the screen. You can look at that, and then it's on that video that we just showed as well. But all kinds of great packages, and who doesn't want to travel at this point? Who's not sick of looking at their office walls, their bedroom walls at home, and doesn't want to get out of the state a little bit?
That's true. Now let's break down some of these packages because you have a couple. Sure. On your desk right there. Let's show the ones that you have first. So these are some of the smaller packages, obviously.
Yeah, so these are some of the packages that we actually put together. So we got gift baskets like this. This is from the Blue Harbor Coffee Company over on the Seacoast. It's part of about a $1,200 coffee package. So that's only part of what you're actually going to get. We have this package right here, which has some delicious things in it that you can see right on the bottom there with marshmallows on it. It's chocolate and marshmallows. It's a winner, but that's part of our New Hampshire Sweets package. And that New Hampshire Sweets package is about $300 worth of value. And it's a lot of dental work that you need if you eat them all yourself. We have from Fuller's Sugar House here in New Hampshire, a whole goodie basket with maple popcorn and syrup and different things like that. We have these two bottles that are just part of about the 30 that you get with our barbecue package that includes some cornhole boards for CHaD. And a lot of this is local stuff. It's all New Hampshire companies that have donated stuff, or regional companies maybe. Those are some of the gift baskets that you get. And as I mentioned, we start to pile some of these things together. That barbecue one, that's worth about $400 with all the different stuff that you get in there, including the cornhole boards. The coffee package is worth $1,200. One of the things we don't have to show you because it's just a bunch of admission tickets, but we have a 4 seasons of fun package. So if you're a family and you have kids and you guys do Santa's Village and you do skiing and you do York's Wild Kingdom, it's a package worth $2,300 that has pretty much every attraction that you can think of in New Hampshire, including a weekend getaway up in the mountains. We have other mountain trips. We have one package that's just 3 different mountain getaways, so you can go in different seasons. So there is something for everybody, especially here on that local side of things where people are still wanting to be home and still not really, risking much outside of New Hampshire yet.
Right. We're getting there. Things are very, very slowly starting to get there. And before you know it, things will be back in, opening again and we'll be able to go out. Now, I want to back up here for a moment. Sure. And I want to talk a little bit about CHaD and the wonderful things you do. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this broadcast, CHaD has been there for myself and my family 2 times now. First, when my son was born, he did come out and he had breathing issues. And I'll never forget, my wife and I were at Concord Hospital, and my son came a few weeks early and he had issues breathing. And they immediately called up the CHaD helicopter. And the CHaD helicopter landed at Concord Hospital. Actually, April 16th. It's coming up this Friday's his birthday. And they came in with their green jumpsuits on. And they had this, it looked like a fish tank on a cart, and they were pushing it right in, swooped my son up, put him in, And miraculously, by the time he got to the hospital, whatever it was that was causing the breathing issue, he worked it out. And luckily, even the nurses they said, wow, this was probably one of the shortest stays that we've ever had anybody do here. So he got to go home and come back to the hospital the next day. But I was just grateful for the fact that CHaD was there, and they were just so professional. They just came right in. They were like, don't worry about anything. And that's just one of the services that CHaD does.
Yeah, and that's really, the emergency things, the really critical things that people experience. And we hope that people don't have to go through those. But as you know, and as you've experienced, you've had to. I haven't had that experience. I was a CHaD kid as a kid. So that's just because my mom took me to Dartmouth-Hitchcock, and I was in CHaD under the pediatrics. So all my regular appointments were with CHaD. There are thousands of kids like me, and then there are thousands and hundreds of kids like yours that have more critical issues. And so a lot of what we do, we fundraise for, it's not the medical care that we're fundraising for. It's all the other stuff that makes life easier for the family. So it's a child life expert that's able to come into your room with your 5-year-old who's going to have surgery, and they can sit down and they can teach them how to take medicine. They can decorate the mask for the anesthesia with them. They can make it easier for them to be able to, to go through a traumatic experience. It's the child life department that has thousands of toys up there at Christmas time so that families can come in, they can do their holiday shopping for free in the hospital, and then take it up to the room while you're up there for, the worst time of year to be in the hospital. Our complex care program, where if you have multiple issues, if you have multiple diagnoses for a kid and you're a mom or dad, you have to make appointments with 7 different specialists. Who has time to do that while you're caring for your child? So the complex care program does that all for you. They arrange the insurance for you. So all you have to do is say, I show up on this date, I take care of my kid, and then I'm all done. So those are things that aren't covered by insurance. Medicare or Medicaid or Blue Cross Blue Shield, they don't cover those things because they're the intangibles that make life so much easier and really are necessary for parents.
Right. And like you just said too, it's just such a wonderful place. And I know we ended up having come back a few years later. My son had a double hernia surgery. And just as you described, the life care people, they came in, they asked him what flavor he wanted the anesthesia, what was the stuff that makes him go to sleep. They asked him what flavor. He got a chance to decorate his mask, and he was calmer than my wife and I. We were in the waiting room, and he was playing with toys. And the other part, I remember, they kept coming out giving us updates as to how the surgery went, how he was doing in recovery. It was an absolutely wonderful experience. And it was at that point that I said, you know what, I'm going to do what I can to make sure I support this wonderful group of people.
And the best part about it is that you don't know that you need it until you need it. And once you see that, then you're so thankful that it's there. And it's stories like yours and our buddy Elliot, who's raising $100,000 in out of our Bedford location, out of the town of Bedford, to build playgrounds at CHaD in Manchester and Lebanon. And, he's doing this, and he goes on the Ellen Show. It's all these things that these kids are able to tell their stories so that people are able to donate and say, if I'm ever in that situation, I want to make sure that those services are there. And that's why it's so vital. And bidding in this auction, you get some great items here. You mentioned at the very beginning, give until you feel good. Well, how about you give and then you get a spa package and it's worth $1,200 and you have 75 massage gift certificates and or a personal training package as part of a $2,000 fitness package. There are different ways to give feel good, but then you're going to get some benefits on the side too. Right. It's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, it's a win-win. Now, one thing I want to mention too, COVID doesn't care. COVID doesn't discriminate. No. COVID doesn't care who you are, where you're from. It's affecting each and every one of us. And one thing that we were talking about a moment ago is how difficult it was last year for CHaD to make different events happen. And then this year, there's one major event that is a big fundraising event that's not happening, and that's the hockey game, correct?
Yeah, it's a hockey game. It was supposed to be in March, and we knew all along it was likely probably going to get canceled because last year's game was actually right on the cusp of it. Our game was, I think our game was March 13th last year, and that was when pretty much the world shut down. So we played the game. Yeah, we played the game in an empty arena last year. And so we kind of had a feeling as things went along that we weren't going to be able to play hockey this year, but we lost football last year. We lost our baseball game last year. Storybook Ball was canceled. Our CHaD Hero went virtual. So all of these events had a huge impact on fundraising. We're like 50 to 60% of what we normally are. But this year, things look better. We did lose hockey, but we have football scheduled for July 17th. We're going to play our baseball game August 20th. We'll have fans to some capacity if things continue to go on right now. And hopefully we'll be able to increase those amounts. Our Heroes coming up in September, our big half marathon 5K. So things are getting more or closer to normal. We're going to have fans there, but
Right.
the need never goes away. Child life doesn't
Right.
cease to exist because we have COVID. So this is why it was so important to find unique ways to fundraise. And this is one of those things that I can see us doing this really forever. And we're actually going to have a Battle of the Badges golf tournament with police and fire guys coming up in June. And that'll be another way to do something, a little bit different. 2-man teams, fire and police against each other. Sometimes they're going to be paired with each other, but all to find new ways to raise money and to continue to fund those needs that the kids and the programs need up in Lebanon, all across the state.
And it's the need is definitely greater this year because we missed last year. But as you said, nothing has changed on your end. People still need treatment. People still need help. People still need to get their services. And that's why this is so very important. And I like the fact that CHaD is kind of pivoting with the times. And as you just said, this event is now going to stay with us long after the pandemic. I think a lot of us have learned new ways to get our message out. And even long after the masks come off and we get back to some kind of new normal, we've got this great event. I mean, this really is a no-brainer. You can bid on these items while sitting in your PJs in your living room, right on your phone, right on your mobile device. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than that,
It makes it so easy to be able to do that. But we do want to recognize all the companies that realize that the need is still out there. So all these, people that donate, the Blue Harbor Coffee Company, for example, we're working with AmFund on these trips. You can go to Italy's Amalfi Coast. You can bid on a trip to Key West, Sedona, Arizona, and then the Castles of Ireland, 4 different trips. You have 3 years to use them. So they want to get back into this and they want to support good causes. And they're giving people the flexibility, which is so needed right now, to be able to, travel to Ireland. And Ireland's still in lockdown. They've been in lockdown basically for the last year and a half. Right. And so, when they open up, you'll be able to go there and see some ridiculous castles in Ireland and tour the Emerald Isle, as they say. So, we're really grateful that other companies have said, we need to get this going. We need to continue to support CHaD. And they've recognized that need. And, if you go to the website, you can go on there now. You can register to win a gift basket and you can see some of those items and you can start bidding on Saturday night.
All right. So we can start doing that right now. We can go to that site. We can start
bidding live.
When does it close? When are we going to know if I need to book my trip to Ireland?
It'll close on April 22nd. The website has the exact time on it. I should know that off the top of my head, but we'll pretend that I do. It opens up Saturday night, and then it will close it starts in 4 days in about 5 hours. So Saturday afternoon at about 6 o'clock, and then it will close on Thursday right around the same time.
Here's my wish. My wish. I wish, because I know you also put the value of these packages up on the site as well. Yep. I wish that each and every one of these packages, from the beginning, from the smallest to the most expensive, I wish that each and every one of these they get overbid. I wish they go way over that price, because in the end, the winner are the kids and their families. And that's really what it boils down to. It's all about the kids. It's all about the amazing services that you guys offer at CHaD, and getting these kids healthy and back out there. So I want every one of these packages. How many different packages do we have?
Let's see here. 4, 8. It's about 16, 17 packages. And then each individual package has a ton of items in there. So, I mean, you're looking at least 3 to 4 items in some of the smaller packages. And then I mentioned that 4 Seasons of Fun package that has about 15 different attractions and hotel stays in it. My light went off. There we go. Nothing like live broadcast, right?
Doing exercises. I didn't know what you were doing there, Tom.
Nope.
All right. Well, listen, man, like I said, the website is down at the bottom, and please share this video, share this all across your socials, get the word out that this event kicks off this weekend, goes to the 22nd. The site is live right now, so you can get in and you can start bidding on these packages. And like I said, my wish is that every single one of them, it turns out to be an overbid. You know what? Even if you're the highest bidder, throw an extra 100 on top, because it all goes back.
And that was our wish too.
Yeah, it's all tax deductible. I mean, come on, it's a non-for-profit charity. Well, listen, Tom, we want to thank all of your colleagues at CHaD for what you guys are doing, and hopefully, are we doing the fairy tale ball this year? Or are we holding off until next year for this one?
No, that's the goal. Is we have to find out what's going to happen. But we're going to be doing it down at the Castleton in Windham again. That's the plans as of right now. It's going to be in October, right around Halloween weekend. I think it's the Friday before Halloween. I want to say the 30th. without a calendar in front of me. I don't know the exact date, but that's the plan to do it. It may be modified. It may be different than it has been in years past, but we'll see what happens. But the plan is to do everything from here on out, plus a few new things like this and our golf tournament in early June.
Yep, we can do it. You guys have adjusted well to the new way of life. You've done
it. We've certainly tried, and we certainly would be remiss if we didn't thank you and your listeners, because without you guys and being such passionate advocates for CHaD, because you have a personal story, but just because you're good people as well. So we appreciate that and appreciate the support, and urge your listeners to go. It starts on Saturday, I mentioned 6:30, and it'll end at 8 o'clock next Thursday, the 22nd. That is the official end time. So you got just a little under a week to be able to go and make those bids.
That's plenty of time to get in there and help out CHaD. Tom, listen, I'm going to let you go. Thank you very much, my friend. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you, Nazzy. Always great to talk to you.